Welcome back
Hi,
to the Bloom Diaries Podcast. I'm your host, Emily,
I'm your host, Raina.
and today we're going to be talking about online dating.
Yeah.
So, a quick backstory. If you guys don't know, I am married and I met my husband on Tinder. So, yeah, let's start off with like our experience with online dating. So, Marina, like, do you have any experience with online dating? I know you have recently. So,
Yeah, just recently, I just recently downloaded Bumble and Facebook dating, so it's kind of
ooh.
exciting. I'm excited to see where it takes me. As of right now, I have met like one person from the apps,
Mhm.
and I'm just
Like
gonna
in
say,
person?
yeah, in person, just recently.
Uh-huh.
I think he was just nice, but I wasn't feeling it. And so
Mhm.
we basically just ghosted each other. But I mean, I don't mind about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, wait, so where'd you guys meet up? Like, what you guys do?
We
And
met
like,
at a
what you guys?
Starbucks,
Uh-huh.
and he was, I already bought my drink, and he
Uh-huh.
was just like, "Oh yeah, because you got there first, like I was gonna buy you a Starbucks drink." And I was just like, "Oh, you're sweet, but I already bought mine." So, and then after that, he took me to a park and we were just walking around, getting to know each other. But it was super cold and I just wasn't feeling the vibes.
Mhm.
But he was a super nice and sweet person. But I felt like we were probably meant for other people. So that's just how my experience went.
Do you think you'll go on another date soon with one of the people you met online?
I think so. Yeah. Since my birthday's coming up, one of the guys, oh my gosh, I'm
Oh
talking
my God, how many guys are there? 10?
yeah, so like yeah, one of the guys wanted to hang out with me for my birthday week. And so I was just
Aw.
like, oh yeah, he's pretty sweet. So I'm just gonna give it a shot and see where it goes from there. But yeah, all this online dating, I think it's pretty fun. It's like my first time. So yeah, I'm
How's
definitely
how's
excited.
like how's Bumble and like Facebook dating? I know Facebook dating is like a new thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like Facebook dating, there could be people that you don't know on there are fake. And then because
Mm,
some people can make like fake accounts. And then
yeah,
Bumble,
catfish.
it's like I guess some people can make fake accounts on Bumble too. I've had my success with Facebook dating just because there was a lot more people who are more my type on there. And
Oh.
I've actually had like really good conversations with people on there. And then we turned out
Oh.
to be like really good friends too. So
Oh.
yeah, I would prefer that over Bumble. Yeah, just
Really?
because Bumble has a lot of like old men on there. I don't
Wait, did
know.
it don't you have the control to like put like the age range you want to match with or
Oh, I didn't know if there was a feature like that because I'm
oh,
like
maybe
really new to
not
Bumble.
cuz
Yeah.
I know on Tinder you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll look into that. But yeah, not just old guys, but like guys who like been to the army or like they would literally state that they're just looking for friends with benefits, you know? So I'm just like, nah, I'm not
Um,
into that. Like I'm looking
mm-hmm.
for something more serious. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
But how was your experience?
I mean, I've only tried Tinder, so
Oh yeah.
Tinder was okay. Like I don't know. I had like a hate and love relationship with Tinder. Like the first two times, it was just I wasn't looking for anything. My friends made me download it, and so I was just like, okay. And then I was just chatting with some guys, and that's it. Like I didn't want anything, like no friends with benefits, like just talking. That's it. Just to make friends. I wasn't looking like for a boyfriend or anything. And then the third time was when I met my husband on Tinder. I downloaded and deleted my account three times on Tinder
Oh
because
wow.
it was annoying. I feel like the longer you have Tinder, like, I don't know, you don't match with people as much the first time you download it. So that's why I downloaded it and deleted it. So
Oh, that makes
that's why.
sense. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, it's weird, but I think it's just me, but I don't know. But yeah, the third time I matched my husband, I learned that guys actually have to pay to message girls on Tinder. Like you only get like a certain amount that you can message for free, and then after that you have to pay, for guys. So that's why a lot of the guys that I matched on Tinder always ask for my Snapchat
Oh.
because they want to talk over there instead of on Tinder. So that's one thing on Tinder. But my dating experience, I got very lucky, with online
Mhm.
dating. I met my husband. How did we meet? Like first date?
Yeah, for the first time.
He asked me, I think he was back home. And then he was like, "Hey, I'm on my way back from my house and you're along the way. Like, do you want to meet up?" And I'm like, "Okay." So he picked me up from my house, which you should not do. You should always meet up with them at a public area first. But yeah, he picked me up from my house and then we went to go eat at a Thai restaurant. We had food and then we went and got boba. And then after that, we went out on a walk to a park. And yeah, that's how our first meeting went. And then I think we went on a total of 3 dates before we made it official.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a tip with online dating. If you're planning on meeting someone, you meet them at a public area. Don't let them come to your house because that was like my mistake. So yeah. Do you have any tips? Because I think that's one tip for me, just to be very careful and be safe.
Yeah. I think for me, we had a podcast episode about red flags and green flags. If it feels like he's making you feel uncomfortable, don't be afraid to like speak up for yourself
Mhm.
and run away.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. No,
because,
literally.
yeah, because you never know what's going to happen. And
Mhm.
you do want to be safe when you're going out on these dates because
Mhm.
you don't know what their intentions are. And, they're basically just strangers and trying to get to know each other. Um, it can be scary sometimes, but
Mhm.
yeah, just when you're putting yourself out there, it's good to be safe and to make sure that you're proceeding with caution. So, yeah, that's just my tip for online dating.
Adding to like the tips, I actually had these two friends. One of them matched with this guy. I think I forgot which dating app, and they plan on going on a date. But because she was being cautious and she wanted to be safe, she asked if her best friend could tag along to their date. So, and they went to a movie drive-in for their dates. So, it might be a little awkward, but because it was far, I'm sure she wasn't familiar with the place, but her best friend tagged along with her. If you think about it, like you have someone that you
Mhm.
fully trust.
You can also have your friends go undercover for you.
Honestly, yeah, I've never done that. I kind of want to do that. That seems
I think
fun.
that'll be fun.
Okay, let me know when your next date is, and then I'll go undercover.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Bring Justin with you.
Please, we would love to be undercovers. Like, we'll come in our wigs. Make it super obvious. But yeah, that's also not another option for you guys if you guys don't mind having a friend there, or you guys can go on a double date.
Mhm.
Like a double date with your friend and their significant other, as your first date with a stranger you met online. That's also one thing because you're with people that you trust. I also recommend, like, going back to meeting up at a public place. I recommend doing, if you guys are going to do activities, definitely go to a place that's really busy. Not like
Mhm.
super busy where like you have to wait long, but like busy where there's a lot of people, like a bowling alley or something like that, or like round one. Like I think round one's a perfect spot to go
Mhm.
on the first date because it's super fun.
So the guys that you talked to that
Hmm.
weren't Justin, like how were they like? And what made you feel like you don't want to talk to them anymore?
Oh, okay. So besides my husband, there were other guys that I was talking to, but once we match and they message me first, and then I message them back and they ghost me after. Like they don't reply back.
Oh,
They're very dry.
I don't know why they do that.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like don't message me if you're not planning on replying back. Like,
Yeah, for real. I've had like some guys that ghosted me, but they're the
mm-hmm.
ones that matched with me first. And
Uh-huh.
then I'm like, okay, I thought you wanted to talk, But then they end
Yeah.
up like messaging me for a few days. And then after that, they probably get bored or they probably have like something else to do. And
Hmm.
they just, don't want to talk anymore, which is fine, but at least let us
Yeah.
know.
Right. There was this other guy I was talking to, like besides my husband at that time. And like he was a really nice guy. He was really nice. And but he wasn't like my type, like look wise. Like he's definitely
Mhm.
very sweet. Um, but he wasn't my type. He wanted to meet up and we were planning on meeting up. But I canceled on him and went on
Oh.
a date with my husband instead.
You just ghosted him or
No, I didn't ghost him. I just said, "Hey, like I can't meet up on this day anymore." And then he's like, "Oh, that's okay." And then I don't know what happened after. And then I texted my husband. I was like, "Do you want to meet up?"
and you
Like
scored.
I did because like I pursued my husband. He didn't pursue me. I did. Like I asked him to go on dates. I asked for his number. I asked for his Instagram and Snapchat.
You go,
So
girl.
yeah, I really tried my best. He did like me too, but he wasn't at the time, he wasn't sure if he wanted to like, date me because he was going through stuff. And I think he just broke up with his ex like a couple months before he met me. So he was still going through a heartbreak. That's another thing to avoid.
Yeah.
If they're going through a heartbreak and they're unsure and they don't show you that they want you, then just leave. But my husband did end up telling me that he wanted me because I told him that if you're unsure, then it's okay. We'll just stay as friends. And then I guess it made him think about it and like all the time we spent together, he then asked me to be his girlfriend. So I was like, okay. But yeah, do be careful though. And if they have a girl best friend, leave. Please leave. I'm warning you.
Yeah, I agree. Ladies, it's okay to make the first move. I mean,
Oh,
they could turn out to
mhm.
be your husband, just like Emily.
Yeah, I made the first move and everything. And look where we are now. We're married. Doesn't hurt to try to make the first move. Sometimes guys that don't really get that often, they get really surprised and maybe they like that.
Mhm. Yeah, maybe they want you to make the first move instead of the other way around. So,
Also, adding to like online dating, not like my perspective, but like from Justin's perspective, because he
mhm.
had Tinder too. Um, he actually said that he doesn't get matches, like a lot of matches, like a lot of guys don't. He usually gets like maybe 4 or 5, I think.
Mhm.
And then I'm like,
That's
whoa,
quite a
like
few
it's
though.
yeah, that's quite a few, but like when I had Tinder, I was matching multiple guys every day. And I'm like, are these men just swiping right? Like, I'm just gonna say I was not the best looking back then. Like I was average looking. But yeah, it's just so different to see because I thought he had a lot of matches too, like I did on Tinder, but he was like, no, I only had like 4 or 5 out of all the girls I swiped right on. And I'm like, oh, because I had a ton of matches. Like my
Mhm.
messages were filled, and like it was just filled with like guys that I somehow matched with. But yeah, I don't know. It was crazy too.
I feel like with girls, we definitely have a lot more like matches compared to guys. Because I had a
Yeah.
friend where he was like, yeah, I downloaded Tinder and Bumble like 2 or 3 months ago, and I did not get like one match.
Stop. That sounds so sad.
And I'm just like, dude, I feel so bad for you. But yeah, we were showing like each other how many like people we were talking to. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm talking to this one girl on Facebook. What about you? And then I showed him a screenshot of all the like messages I have with the guys. It's just so funny to see his reaction. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. I just think guys get the same amount like on Tinder, but it's crazy how they don't.
yeah.
And girls have it a lot more easier. Have you talked to anyone on Bumble? Because I know you had Bumble too. And but you said that there's a lot of old guys on there
Yeah.
and only guys that want like friends with benefits like one night stands or whatever. But do you have like one person or a couple that you're talking to or no?
As of right now, no.
Hmm.
I just recently downloaded it. I feel like I would have to go on there and see like if I can, change the settings for the age range. Just because I
Yeah.
don't know, I've been swiping and there's these guys with like white hair or like they're in their 50s and I'm just like,
Hey, it's a sign, get a sugar daddy.
yeah, maybe they could be there for me. But I've sent some messages, but I feel
Hmm.
like they haven't seen it yet. So yeah, I'm just waiting on that.
Is Bumble the app where like you have to message first, like the girls have to message first?
Yeah, the girls basically make the
Um,
first move for
do
the Bumble
you
dating.
do you think you'll download Tinder or no?
I'm kind of scared of Tinder.
I think
But
it's
I
like,
don't know.
well, I don't like for me because I wasn't looking for anything. I thought it was fun just talking to people.
Maybe I'll try it out. Yeah, just to see how it is.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss
Yeah.
with Tinder.
I think another tip is don't give out your personal information to
Mm,
the people you're talking to unless you're comfortable. And if
yeah.
you know if they're real people.
Yeah. I think you can find a way to check if their pictures are like fake or not. I think you have to like go on Google image search, I think, and just like paste the photo.
That's a thing.
I think so, yeah. And then you can like if multiple of the same photo shows up, like I think it's fake. But if there's like no results, then
Um,
maybe it's real, you
mhm.
know. But I don't know. I think it's on Google image search, but I don't know. But I'm sure there's a tutorial on TikTok. But yeah, don't give out personal information. I would recommend you guys to give out personal information when you guys have been talking for like at least 2 months,
Mhm.
like 1 to 2 months. Then
That wraps it up for today. Thank you for listening to the Bloom Diaries podcast. I'm your host, Raina.
I'm your host, Emily.
You can find us on Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, and TikTok. Also, give us a rating on our social media. And
5 stars only.
yes, also leave a comment down below on what you would like to see next. And we will see you
Mhm.
in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.